I have returned to do remembrance things in Final Fantasy. Maybe some beta boostage later. I don't know. I'm dying. I'm tired. I worked, mowed my lawn, and then later on ate pizza. And I'm gonna die. Where's updating Steam? Also got a mount. I got a grandpa mount. Got a Phoenix grandpa mount. Oh, my password. See if I got it right without looking. Oh, Tum Tum, no. You need to update. Forgot about the call. It's updating.
They brought Iron Chungus back on Fortnite.
Iron Chungus? What's Iron Chungus?
Zero War Iron Man, and it's like bootleg Hulkbuster.
People call it Iron Chungus.
Well, I call it Iron Chungus because it's like just an oversized Iron Man suit, but in Saltaglay, it's the only Iron Man suit on the cash shop.
Wait, are all the others like battle passes, or is just the only one right
There's
now?
only been two, and the normal Iron Man was a battle pass.
What the fuck?
But like I said, they're looking into ways to rectify that, and it's like, yeah, just make one that's like a different Iron Man model, because he has so many near identical looking armor suits. I don't think it would be an issue.
I heard they're making well, I already said this, but I did hear they're making another Spider-Man symbiote one.
I'm expecting it'll be like an actual symbiote one and not just, the black suit. So he'll like have some squiggliness to him.
Ooh. Or they
Oh
just
yeah, and
slightly change the spider.
oh, right. You should also redeem your code for Marvel 3.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that.
Um, I had forgotten that all the DLC except for Magneto's ult is in that game. When they re-released it, Magneto's ult was left out because he was like wearing a dictator's outfit, and I guess they just didn't want to stir the pot.
Dictators. Oh, why isn't it capturing the game? I can accept my grandpa mount in not Balmung, right?
Just come back to Maryland.
Why? I want to go to Balmung.
Right, I had forgotten to mention that Grandpa's only $12.
I remember you said something when I remembered the event, so I was like, I want to go get Grandpa. But I can't get him in Balmung.
But yeah, it's a weird mount because you don't ride it, you become it. So you become the boss.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna turn it down a bit.
In this event, we get a Kryl minion, but again, this is the sort of event where it's like you get to have like a special message from Yoshi P himself to you.
Oh, Yoshi P, talk to me, Daddy.
And he does tend to note how many times he's talked to you in game.
I haven't run into
like
him yet.
that.
Is he gonna say that?
Well, I mean, like, from these events.
Oh.
Because I noticed that, like, this is, like, what, the third time now?
This is gonna be my first time, obviously, dealing with any of this. I gotta go find my grandpa mount.
Hang
Delivery
on,
vehicle.
I shall add you. Party. Let me teleport to Ulda. Even though we should be going to Limsa, actually. No, yeah, meet me in Limsa. That'll make life easier.
Oh shit.
Because even though these events are usually always in Ulda, this year it's in Limsa.
Hmm. I hear someone singing the theme in Ulda.
Yeah, that's just a normal thing for the Rising event, is Answers plays. You have a bunch of unopened mail there, sir.
Yep, sure do. Now I am Grandpa. Destroyer of worlds.
How do I feel?
Oh, there's a thing! There's a big well, not an hourglass. There's a big thing. I'm walking in it. In old, Are you there, Bun Bun? Is that you? That's Bun Bun.
No, I'm in
That's not
Limsa,
you.
given the events in Limsa this year.
Look, you see my stream? Look at this thing.
Yeah, that I've noticed that. It's not solid because, you know, it comes and goes as it needs to.
It's part of the remembrance thing?
Yeah.
The fuck is it supposed to be? Oh shit, there's a
Well,
whole
if you notice, it's got a bunch
stage.
of candles on it, so it's like a remembrance memorial thing.
There's a big stage too.
Yeah, they've used that a few times. When I first played it, they had a Nanamo in her Royal Guard painting as the event reward. Her corpse is back in Limsa.
Great. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Playing a little of Ultimate Marvel 3 earlier. Boy, did I miss when Marvel didn't have to be Marvel Loaf.
All
Because
wolf
like
all
the
the
only
time.
influence the MCU had over that game was some of the picks in the Marvel side of the character selection, because they wanted some character representation based on who was going to appear in things in the relative near future. You know, so they put in like Rocket Raccoon and Iron Fist and Nova. You know, instead of putting in Marvel Loaf versions of
Yeah.
characters. Which is what Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite did, and got rid of any mention of X-Men.
Yeah, which sucks. This is kind of a big part of Marvel. And that series of games. I'm Grandpa!
Well, and Infinite almost killed the entire series.
Grandpa looks kind of like Eris from the Gamera movies. / Gauss.
Yeah.
You can do this. Cool trick, Grandpa. Oh.
We have musicians.
In Limsa?
Yeah. I don't recognize what they're playing.
Things. A couple things. Open things. But it's not Balmung music. Right, be there in a sec. I'm just doing some things.
I see people attuning. That's weird.
Noobs?
Yup.
What a bunch of noobs. That was me 2 months ago. I can't believe how long. Well, it hasn't been that long, but it kind of has.
I mean, it started in, like, what, February?
Wait, it was February?
I think.
It might have been when Kippy started. I think I was a few weeks after. I don't remember. Could it? I mean, I've streamed it more times than Fortnite already. I have a list of all my streams, so I know what to, like, edit and upload and shit. And I'm on, like, 47. This is, like, the 47th Final Fantasy XIV one. I'm only on, like...
so close to getting to Shadowbringers. You gotta get there before you hit 50.
Oh, yeah, my... Yeah. Wait a minute. Limsa. Limsa! Limsa. Alright. I'm on the way.
Okay. Follow me, Dippy.
Oh, there's Bun Bun. Fireworks seems like a bad idea to honor this. Because fucking Balmung Jahudi in 1080p'd the whole world. With explosions. Well, just that battlefield, but still.
Well, it's supposed to be, you know, the rising, as in overcoming that disaster.
With more explosions.
Which is why it always happens with the anniversary of A Realm Reborn's launch.
Blah. The second near death of the game, just kidding. Somewhat. Damn! You got balloons?
Yeah, all three of the main cities are decked out like this. Oh, and also come this way. Easter egg. You see this vendor right here?
Yeah. Is that...
This is 1.0 Minfilia.
Yep, I thought she looked familiar. Except, isn't she underage, so I can't goon. She looks kind of small anyway.
I don't know offhand.
I think she is supposed to be like a kid. She kind of looks like one. Minfilia! Realm Reborn Red. Oh.
I'm probably gonna buy some of those lamps because I actually do have housing.
I still
And I
haven't
think
bothered.
the lamps are just these things on the floor.
Oh, that's lame. They look like boobs. Metal boobs.
Okay, to start, you talk to Yoshi.
Oh, yeah. Is this what he actually looks somewhat like?
Vaguely. Like, this looks like him within the limitations of the character editor as of A Realm Reborn. You know, like, I would say this is a less Japanese looking Yoshi P is the most charitable way to put it. And it's like, they weren't going to use his actual Warrior of Light because he plays a female Lalafell.
So we're gonna help make fireworks.
Well, I'm reading because he actually does have unique dialogue. You know, because this isn't my first rodeo by any means.
Is it the same thing every year?
No, it's every year for each season gets its own unique story. Well, you know, like Yakuza's sub-story tier thing. Like I said, this is the first year, at least as far as I've been playing, where this is in Linza. It's usually always been in Ul'dah.
But it's a different thing each time, right?
Yes, with different rewards, and even the Yoshi P meeting's different, where he'll be like cosplaying a different job in a different location.
And the quest is different, right? Or is it still
Yes.
part? Okay.
I think last year you were helping the brother of a news reporter like take his first steps in adventuring.
I thought this was gonna be like some sad tribute quest.
I mean, it still could be, but it's not meant to be sad.
Then again, yeah, it's the death of a poopy game, so...
Well, it's supposed to be like the rebirth.
With a poopy game!
Oh, it wants us to go down.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Oh, okay. Not that hard.
Oh, Limsa.
You know, I didn't even know that this, like, fight chamber existed.
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh, two squatting Hulk ladies.
Wait, why do we have, like, weird glows?
We do?
Well, on my screen, both me and the Wandering Minstrel are, like, radiating glow.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just something with that rock wall. It's weird. Yeah, I'm seeing on yours, too.
Really? I'm not really noticing much.
It's like the rock wall's vaguely reflecting your color palette. It's distracting once you notice it.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, it's very weird the Yellow Jackets are in charge this year. So what is this music? I mean, I guess it could be a new arrangement. But usually they save the original music for the Christmas event. Because one of my favorite tracks I never actually got to hear in game is they had like a Christmas carol and they had a variant of it where you just completely sucked at it. So it's kind of like a perfect accompanying piece with like the getting a E rating in Sonic Unleashed. And I guess it's getting into it a bit. Okay, so this year we're focusing on like the miners and stuff that died. The people with the dirty jobs. I mean, I guess makes sense why you're doing this by firework.
Blowing shit up to remember the
No, I
calamity.
mean, you have to source gunpowder by mining, so...
What the fuck? Oh, that's my cats fighting. I thought something in game, like, was roaring.
Oh. Give me a second, I'm a little behind.
Oh, I thought I saw you run off. Hulk lady. Why do the Hulk ladies show their bras? Not that I'm complaining.
It's usually just if the male version of a top has, like, open chest, they'll add a bra.
Yeah, but all the military Hulk ladies... Oh, military cat girl. I mean, I did hear guns, and then cats
But,
fighting.
I mean, like, look here. Like, the dude version, it's just the same thing, but no bra.
Sexy. You saw me looking, oh god.
Okay, so we gotta head back. We can
Polar
actually
puppies.
just use the mini aetherite out the door here. Okay, main aetherite plaza.
Good. Ma'am.
Okay, so we gotta talk to random people to see what their thoughts on the event is.
Mm-hmm.
Moist depression, huh?
Oh, fuck. He looks like Bussy's mascot. Bucky's. That's the best. That's the best name I've seen yet.
Yeah, I don't know why they basically put Bucky Beaver as a mascot head in Dawn Trail. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Bucky's only exists in the US. Why is there a naked Lalafell?
Where? Wait, I don't want to... Do I want to look?
The worst part is their name makes me think it's supposed to be a pun on Dane Cook. Oh, I didn't even notice them.
Hey, there's Yuka over there from Ukulele. Is that naked Lalafell still around?
Behind me. Dippy, where are you going?
I don't see it.
Dean Cook.
Oh.
Anyway.
What the fuck?
You still got someone in the air. I've spotted That's the way, Dippy.
It's too busy staring at the naked Lalafell. Oh wait, there's one over here. Middle-aged
Oh
mariner.
my god. I didn't even notice them. When they speak in the sailor speak, my brain just sort of glazes over.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I try to read it and struggle, but then it's like, no.
It's just, this isn't gonna be something that ever comes up. It's just a random person.
Misty-eyed sky gazer. Mm. Oh. She has a husband.
Oh, but her husband's alive. That's something.
Yep.
Because I thought they were going the way of, like, he died. But
Yeah.
in spirit, he watches the fireworks with me.
He's just late, because the tide didn't help him get in. What a bitch. New cat wife? No. There we go. That's some sadness. Look at this
Okay,
little
I guess-
chocobo Lalafell. True beast? He's got a panda.
You can actually get a panda off the market board.
When can I be a chocobo Lalafell?
Well, you have the chocobo head, you just need the body. But as for a Lalafell, you'd have to Fantasia. Maybe.
I need to cheer this Lalafell. Alright, little Lalafell. I gotta go. Is it following us?
It's their Torgal pup.
Oh yeah, they make noise. I keep forgetting. I love the... This is this dude. This other player just standing there staring. Now we're all doing it. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Now, I'm probably going to take a lot of screenshots when Yoshi P comes up because I've kept a record of all of them that I've seen.
I was about to say I should too, but I'm recording this, so I don't need to.
You'll have video.
Which I can get screenshots from as well.
Like, you can literally make a clip and upload it.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention.
It's a quiz, don't fail.
Given it's the Rising, I'm saying hope for the future.
That's what I said.
Because it's not... The name... Yeah.
They're just gonna launch their cannons and pollute the ocean. Yeah, waste ammo. Cool. Leviathan's back. Great. Ooh, Hulk Lady in jorts. Why does this Hulk Lady got jorts? Konpi Karunpi. That name sounds gross.
Okay, so we're almost done. Oh, we gotta go back to the aft castle.
Oh yeah, they did say that.
So, quickest way would be by Aetheryte Shard to the aft castle.
Aetheryte Shard.
Just talk to the minstrel again and enjoy. Well, I'm gonna talk to Ayoyo.
Me too.
That was very informative, Ayoyo.
Is this the whole event, basically?
We might get a second quest. I'm gonna assume we get a second quest, because we get a second quest.
Loins good and girded.
Yep, brushed up Kryl we get with this one. Even though you haven't seen Pictomancer Cryo in game yet.
Where's Pictomancer Cryle?
She swaps to a Pictomancer in 6.55. You know, so
Wait,
like
why?
right before Dawn Trail begins.
What made you mention Pictomancer Cryle, though?
We're getting a minion of that.
Oh. Coral Tower. We gotta come here in Balmung. Ugh.
I don't think we can get on Balmung.
I think we need to try.
I have noticed exactly one instance where I could have gone to Balmung, and that was during the DDoS attacks.
Wait, I did get it. Remember, I was in Balmung for a while. Then we went to Mateus for some reason, but I did get into Balmung.
I just don't know why you want to go to Balmung.
Because it's Balmung. Oh my god. How'd you do that?
It's a Reaper skill. Hell's Ingress.
I figured. I don't have anything that lets me jump forward even though I'm a tank. That's because I'm a tank.
And again, she didn't have a whole lot to add. Oh.
Yeah.
He had been arrested, huh?
I gotta talk to Hulk Captain Lady? Or no? This person. Never mind.
Oh, we're getting pirates in. So.
Damn, we're wasting a lot of ammo. Telling you, Leviathan's gonna show up right after and we'll be tapped out. The hell was that salute I just did? I just noticed I got, like, Wario boots.
But yeah, like I said, this is basically just a Yakuza sub-story in terms of length.
I don't want to keep reading it, a yo-yo. She just keeps doing pirate talk.
I mean, you don't have to focus too hard on the dialogue unless if it's like a cutscene. You know, because at the end of the day, this why is Thunder Bunny a cat lady?
I didn't even notice that. Another Torkoal Pup. Why does Torkoal Pup feel bigger?
No. You know, events like the 16 event and that, which are not seasonal, those are just when they feel like it events. Those will be the exact same thing when they rerun. If they rerun, I should say, even though they have a good habit of having them rerun.
Good,
And
I want
just,
the 15
we
event.
haven't had an event in a little bit, and we know we have players that haven't done it yet, so here you go.
I want to stare at that ship.
Oh, it's another stare at the floor.
I just saw the mast and I wanted to look at that. Reminds me of Big Jeffrey. And the hell that some of the boss fights were.
Oh, we're getting him involved.
Oh yeah! They look so generic because they're just game-generated people. He said, allow me to hold your tongue for you. I'm trolling.
You can tell them to go.
What?
You can tell her to be like, well, if you don't want to do business with them, we can just, you know, rob them blind.
Yeah. I went with the option where she wants to goon over other guy.
Which she canonically does.
Come on, Masked Hulk. They're all wearing like the same outfit. I just noticed I have a little dagger. Hmm. I love when she just takes off. Darn, they won't let me trample their little monument.
I think this have just been in the cutscene.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so she gave the minstrel that must be really confusing at where you're at in the story, because it's like, why does the minstrel have a rival minion?
Alright. Are you on the wait for the fireworks display thing? Is that gonna start it?
Like the second he starts playing his lute is when it transitions to Yoshi P.
Okay. Oh, you already hit it. I was gonna try to sync it up.
Well, usually I've noticed you move faster through text. Oh, he's going into it, so we're not gonna see the actual fireworks. Okay, what's our... Here, water. Okay. Fair enough.
He just made me echo. I'm on a boat! That's a normal moon. Last Great Leap.
Okay, that wasn't as fancy as the last few.
But you get to be on a boat.
The boat you head to Tyrol in. But I mean, the year before that was you were on an airship, and the one before that, you were just sort of in the ethereal sea, and like Yoshida had like a whole entourage with him. Oh, he didn't stop us from watching the fireworks.
Wait a minute, the ships are firing that?
Yeah.
Those aren't cannons, though. What the fuck? I feel like we're too far away from them. That wizard person is really enjoying them.
There's the logo. Okay, one thing I'm gonna do. Oh, we just unlocked a mini game in the end room.
Oh!
I guess we unlock mini games this year.
Wow, that sucked.
Ooh! Something you don't get that I get. Additionally, certain notable personages have been seen to frequent the Anchor Yard this rising. Do the same and you might be greeted with an unexpected encounter. Meaning, I might see current content people in the city.
But it just told me that, too.
Oh. Well, you might have people you can see.
What about Hulks?
Let me do the thing I was.
So wait, you go to the inn and might see people?
No. Right here there is a thing.
Wait.
But 1 second.
Oh.
Let me... Okay, so the uh
I'm
okay,
talking
how
to the
many
Admiral.
choices did you have?
3.
I have 5. Oh.
Are you gooning over there?
No, I'm noticing who the 2 I got that you don't got are the acting captain of the Bloody Executioners and an explorer and his baby monkey. Okay, I guess no, I'm really curious what he's been up to. I was not expecting to see him in this fashion ever. Derek, that's his name. Derek is tied heavily to the Endwalker Alliance raid.
Goodbye, Hulk lady. Wait, said she was going back to her business, then she went to the cliff. Oh, I can keep seeing them.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna save the rest. But Derek just caught my eye as someone I want to check in on.
The proprietor of the Drowning Wench, who gives a fuck?
Well, it's gotta be people that you've met in game.
Yeah, why is it lame people? Or Shrek?
Still hasn't named his baby monkey. What the heck?
Why is this dude wearing his mitten things now out in the open? He's not cooking or anything.
Yeah, I'll save the rest. But yeah, make sure to redeem your cryo in your inventory into your minions list. Thankfully, unlike when they had wind up Ardbert, they didn't put any actual spoilers in there. Aside from, I guess, drawing attention to her earring. But, like, that Ardbert one was pretty bad. I'm trying to think, I think I was in Stormblood at the time, and I was kind of confused at what it was saying, like, oh, I guess that's a thing.
Wait, what is?
The first Rising I did, they gave a wind up Ardbert, you know, the Warrior of Darkness.
Oh.
And his description had things that were from content I had not played. But yeah, it's just like, oh, we commissioned a Kryl for this event for some reason and decided, unlike the other one, this one has her hood down. But usually, given they say minions mean they're done with the character, I'm hoping this just means that they're updating her outfit for patch MSQ.
Oh, Moon Burrito.
Because they can't be done with her. They just started setting things up for her.
She's gonna die. In patch MSQ. Just like Moon Burrito.
They really can't. She's a little too important to what looks to be the overarching story.
I wish I could run on this.
No, this is the...
Alright, let's go to Balmung.
Wait, no, I don't want to go this way.
We're going to
Unless there's any
Balmung.
new things in the toy chest. And then you can resume MSQ.
In Balmung.
Okay, I guess Mateus, assuming Balmung is being Balmung.
Don't you want to see Balmung's version of the Rising?
It's gonna be the same.
No, there's gonna be naked Lalafels everywhere. Let's see how Balmungers celebrate the Rising.
I do think they added a new game, but which one is it? Concentration. Oh.
Cheap dungeon. Kupo adventure.
Okay, you have 5 games.
I don't know how this works. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
I
it's
know.
a turn-based version of Plants vs. Zombies?
Hmm. Oh shit.
I have 6 games. I'm assuming the one you don't have is Egg Hunter Riggy.
Oh, why did I get hit? Oh god, that thing has 5 hits? I'm fucked. Ow. Ow. I'm fucked. Ow. Oh. Oh, that's bad. He has lots of hits.
Okay, we got that. Okay, to Balmung at a... Oh god! Balmung is available.
No, get out. Yes, quit this. This is poop. It's poopiness. Onward to Balmung. Balmung is always available if you just believe.
Yes, I'm Balmungin'. Okay, I'm just instantly teleporting out of Ul'dah because I don't want to be there.
that's right. Wait a
you
minute.
guys.
What world am
So,
I in? I didn't pick one. The
oh,
fuck?
you must have hit random world.
Cuckoo Lane? Cuckoo Lane?
Just return to home world, then go Balmung. What do I want to teleport?
Yeah, this isn't...
I'm gonna... Oh, wait, no, I can't teleport to my house. I'm in Balmung.
You say that with such disgust.
I'm going to the Azim stuff.
I'm going to Limsa. I want to see a ball among
Wait, no, you're
concert.
in we hear Abania. Okay, I'm going next to Alamago. I figure that's where the MSK is taking you.
Balmung!
People were talking about Nuzlocke.
In Balmung?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I love Balmung. You never know what they're chatting about. They be doing Balmung things.
Skyline in Alamago is actually quite beautiful.
When people were accusing me of spinning the boss when I wasn't, was that? I don't think that was Balmung adjacent worlds, was it? Wasn't that like Marilith? Balmung! Why'd they pick that name? No, I don't want to leave the queue. I want to go to Balmung. Come on, Balmung. Whoa! I'm gonna hang out in Ul'dah. People like to stand very close to each other in Balmung. There's a corpse. Yeah, he's dead. Is that palette swap of me? No, not really. Catwife. Ah! How do you sit with your legs hanging off? Whatever. Oh, now there's a Bucky's person that showed up on the stage. Look at us, we're a troop. Bun, come to Ul'dah.
I don't want to.
Why not? Fine. Limsa, it is.
I'm on standby because I figure you should be doing MSQ.
No!
You should be having a dungeon relatively soon.
Unable to teleport. What?
Are you unable to teleport because you're in Balmung?
I don't know. I was sitting on that stage.
Oh, it's because you were in that state.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's weird like that.
They gave it the it was like they gave it the marble treatment. One of the Moogle guards. He looks slightly different. Where the hell was that? The Rising.
Someone is flying a thing around that I want the mount of. I'm gonna hang out in the stratosphere while we wait.
Where was the Rising thing? I don't remember. Trying to go to it in Limsa Balmung. Balmung Limsa. Balsma. Is it over that way? Bon, where's the Limsa Rising thing? Forgot. You don't answer questions. Oh. The fuck?
Oh, it's a black dyed Tonberry outfit.
You're a Tonberry. That person's floating. Huh. There's actually not many people here. They're all in the main chunk of Limsa. I like that you can just hide in the center of this thing. Bon, if I push MSQ so much, I'll fly through the patches. Not the patches, the expansions.
Well, I mean, you're so close to Shadowbringers.
Think of all the dungeons.
There's a lot of dungeons in Shadowbringers.
And A Realm Reborn. And I didn't do them.
Neither has Hippie, but he's preoccupied at the moment.
Where the fuck am I? Wait, I remember. I'm Grandpa. I'm But now, Zoe Cinnabunny, Thancred. Cutscenes in sequence.
Mistress Lys, Commander Aldin, it gives me great
Right.
pleasure to formally welcome the
I shall
city-state
mute
of
for a little
Alamigo
bit.
to the Eorzean Alliance.
It's time for a racism meeting.
The pleasure is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
And we for our part are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Lord Hien of Doma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Nay, 'tis we who must thank you for journeying so far. And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have played in bringing all of us together.
We kind of carried.
In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
Doesn't make us very impartial, does it?
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
The day I lost my arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council. I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphino. Would that the lad could be with us.
I too owe my presence here to Alphino, in so many ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Come, friends, let us leave the past in
Come.
the past and turn our eyes to the future.
Yep, leave
My
Alphino
Lord
in the
Hien,
past.
Pray, tell us how things stand in the east.
Ow, my finger.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlean, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river and thence to the source of all our woes.
Oh.
The Ascians.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions. They who bestowed upon him the secrets of summoning, as they have so many others before and since. And while they remain, we shall know no peace.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin poses problems in itself, but ere we get to them, how are we to infiltrate the Empire and get close enough to strike.
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Ascians, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic: subterfuge.
You have an idea?
How do we know they're
Speak
not
your
watching?
mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all. Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Very well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
That's not a rumor, though. That's true. So we're just gonna tell the truth.
Well, it does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces, would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Doma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity. 'Twas his plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace. Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
Lise looks like she's not even paying attention. Like me. No! I'm being mind crushed!
Sorrow.
Yoshi P.
History must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life.
Oh.
Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
What's the matter?
Oh, I'm just tripping balls.
There's a voice.
Oh, we all are.
Spies in our midst.
No, idiot.
I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Do what now?
Is it over?
Oh.
Master Thancred!
12 for Fend. Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready. Swiftly!
Rip.
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
What could have done this? And why just him and not the others?
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
We forget major shit all the time.
Eorzea and I heard
Like
a
when
voice
islands were
in the
blowing up.
moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
No. Let me lie.
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Called?
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul.
Oh, good.
That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether, a consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian Eorzea. The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thank you, Lys.
As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
Well, that happened.
Enjoy your cosmic horror.
It's fine.
I have to imagine you were wondering why I was muting over a racism meeting.
Well, I figured when it said there was a bunch of cutscenes happening, it was some major shit.
Well, I mean, like, it seemed like just a normal, you know, table discussion meeting. That's just, oh, and then this happens.
I figured it was about to be a major meeting about Garlemald, and then endure. Oops.
Oh yeah, you can now make like a pained expression face.
Endure, Master Wayne.
Right, how do I get back to El Amigo? I'm trapped in Warlight. I don't know how to get back to El Amigo.
Where the fuck is it? I passed it up so it doesn't look new anymore. Box. Well, there it is.
But yeah, when you... I remember when you stopped, it was like, oh, you stopped it, like, before things happen. Because they definitely ended this patch on some stuff. Because after this, you should be on a 4.5. I think 4.5 is definitely in the running for best patch in the game.
Wait, does your facial expression stay that way?
No, it changes after like 30 seconds or so.
Lame.
Yep, there's the West 4.4. Who do I leave?
Oh no, I'm getting abducted, aren't I? Yep.
There we go. But look, Dippy, they didn't make you have to travel.
I wanted to fly around as Grandpa.
Eorzea! God,
All right,
it's good to see you.
Again.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
You heard it too, then?
Aye. And all but certainly at the selfsame instant.
Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Ascians doing?
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known. Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin.
Oh, good.
Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
And there's islands blowing up.
Indeed. I shall make it my task to.
Nice pause before being mind crushed.
The voice. It calleth to me once more.
Dog, leave us alone. Stop.
I hear it too.
This is kind of how Professor Xavier used to summon the X-Men in the original comics. Mind crushing them like this.
Only you.
No! Ishtola! Eorzea!
What about me?
Throw wide the gates.
No! No, this can't be happening!
Hey, give Catwife's soul back, you fuck. You space fuck.
Y'shtola! Eorzea! Open your eyes!
I'm not losing another wife. Not Catwife.
Open your eyes, I beg you!
Take Alphino and Eorzea.
Say something! Anything! Not again. Please, not again.
What if there's a random chance that happens to you and your account is deleted? Well, that happened again.
So yeah, everything's going great.
Yep.
That
Aether
means
is...
technically you're in charge right now because you're the senior member that isn't missing their soul.
What were the islands that were blowing up again, or that one? I couldn't remember its name.
The Isle of Val, I think.
Where those scholar people were studying it.
If we do the Eureka stuff in Stormblood, we can actually follow up on that. Because you were mentioning that, but it's like we actually can follow up on that with Kryl. It's just not MSQ.
Of course. Was it the Baldassians, right? That was the one
Yes.
studying it. Then you got that, you got Aether fucking thinning out, and then you got us being mind crushed.
Well, things that don't given you've probably forgotten. They were studying rejoinings.
Yeah.
And if you remember, that's the thing the Warriors of Darkness very much were against.
Yeah, because everything was gonna get fucking nuked by light or dark or both.
Well, I guess I wanted to do a reverse rejoining, but still, you get one. Like, they wanted the first to absorb the source. Alright, you gotta go check in on Gabu. Because everything sucks, you gotta go check in on the little buddy that had a really bad day last expansion. What is with the pink quad?
Pink. I guess I could use it.
I think I have enough time to quickly BRB.
No. Oh. It's alright, I'm gonna get lost in Limsa for like a good minute. Ninja dog. Shiramaru. Shiramaru. No, come here, ninja dog. I'm petting him. Hmm. Dog cam. I like how they're both wagging their tails. Oh. He's got a thing on his head. Where's my dog? Get his butt in there. I was hoping it would, like, do comedic gold and give both of their butts. Perfect. Oh. There's his butt. No! They left! Venus. I don't remember who that is. Oh!
Here he is, my lady.
Duh.
Gabu, it's been too long.
He's enthralled. He doesn't know what you're saying. Maybe. Great.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
Does he eat?
I see. You're still fighting. I'm proud of you. We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphino and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet.
He doesn't know what you're saying. It's fine.
You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens?
What?
I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones.
Now it's all fine.
Not like now. I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear. And for that, I am grateful. I don't know what I would do without you.
It's okay, I'll probably carry things and fix this. Don't worry. Pep-Pep's got it.
Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
Not you. Oh! Gabu recognized her and her optimism. Oh, he's gone. Who the hell are you? Persona Man?
Hmm?
Persona Man. Sort of. Is this like a Joker cosplay, maybe? Sort of?
No, not really.
You're not really. I am the monument. Whoa. Whoa! Oh, where the fuck did that mount go? I wanted to see it. I could have bought the robot.
I didn't get enough of a look at it to even know what it was.
I'm gonna find him. But yeah, the robot mech that transforms is $20, I think, right now. Fuck.
I mean, Cruise Chaser?
I think so. I was tempted.
I mean, if you need a twin seer, you can do worse.
I bet I know where that mech went. Coils! Or no, wait, not coils.
I did look at achievements I could unlock relatively easy, and I can get a title from doing a specific coils fight.
How come this grandpa's on fire?
That is not Phoenix.
It looks like it.
That is Suzaku.
Why does it look just like Grandpa? No, get back on so I can see it, you fuck. They've made me mad. Anyway. Uh-oh. Stinky. Ooh.
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear. A word from your radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate? Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
I should be the one to sigh. I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then thanks to Lahabrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree? What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery. Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms. You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err.
I think that word's supposed to be air, but I don't know.
If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it.
You.
Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it. Oh dear, have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read. I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The founding father was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos.
He's saying that really loudly.
Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty. To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power, and there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alag.
Oh. That happened.
You fiends are overfond of your own voices. Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine. Lest you forget, you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
Bastions are fucking annoying. Oh, voice acting is gone.
Alright, this one's not voice acted.
Nope. Huh? Move.
For context, in Stormblood, there was actually a yellow quest you could have done where you learn that Gaius Sven Belsar halted the Black Rose project.
That's some weird music. The real question is, well, I guess I got the echo. That's how I saw all that.
Well, no. Your character didn't say that. You said
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad
That was a
you've
joke.
come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news. After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemists Guild and Stillglade Fane and attempted all manner of treatments.
Bitch, their souls are literally gone.
Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjury. Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Eorzea and not me? Out of all of us, they are the ones who could feasibly have solved this puzzle. And Elfino's still missing. God, it's all going wrong. Where do we even start? A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
No. We don't need a goddamn Lalafell. Get your Pikachu hood-wearing ass out of here.
Kryle, I thought you were busy delving into the mysteries of Eureka. When word reached me of the plight of our friends, I could not well stay away. As a fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances.
No.
Yes, I should have thought of that. Thank you for coming, Kryle. We would welcome your insight.
And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphino heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the Studium?
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
That particular grand pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault, but I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
Maybe.
You needn't be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone. A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh?
Not like I haven't heard him make similar ones.
Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you'll excuse me. All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep. Except for the fact that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms.
Ah, yes. The Elder Seedseer made a similar observation.
I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes?
I got sucked.
If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
I wasn't around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
Oh, Lalafells. Forgot we were in Balmung. Damn, that bitch doesn't have a thing near her. I'll have to fly out as Grandpa. Why is it playing the game's loading jingle so much? I don't remember it playing it this much.
It's probably just the mount theme of...
Oh, duh, I'm stupid. It's been a while and I forgot. Mount music's a thing.
You could disable mount themes.
I will keep the mount music. People come to McDonald's to listen to the mount music.
But yeah, I was waiting quite some time for you to finally see Soulless. Wait, I know what I can do. I can harvest.
Cook some paint.
Just don't look at where I am in game.
Wait, why? You're somewhere that would spoil things for me right now?
Potentially. Have to collect onions.
I can do a Flame Reborn. Flame on.
Alright, I did watch a few episodes of the Fantastic Four cartoon, and that was weird.
Is it like the X-Men one, but Fantastic Four?
No, it's more like the Iron Man one, but coherent.
Oh.
It's clear the Fantastic Four was the show that studio wanted to make, but Marvel probably got them in an arm lock that they had to also make an Iron Man cartoon. In the first two episodes, I really did not like the Thing.
Why?
He had a bit where he was constantly trying to strong arm people into buying things on a telethon. And then the third episode I watched, because the first part's them recounting their origin story on a telethon. The third one was Namor trying to bang Sue Storm.
Good.
Which also begs the question, where is Namor in Loaf?
You find out in Black Panther 2, sort of.
Oh.
He's just hanging out in the ocean until... I forget why he suddenly cares.
Come to disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems. Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too.
That's racist.
Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders. Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
If I may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
And Stola is one of the afflicted, is she? Very well. She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray.
Jeez.
And I'll not see her buried
More
before I
racism.
am.
Right. Let us see what we can see. I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
Mind Crush the Mind Crushers.
What is it? Did you find them?
This doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could the ether have dissipated if it had? Oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the broodmother's daughter all over again.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
But where?
Yeah, if their bodies aren't shitting themselves.
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking. Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way. That was Lee's. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them. I'm sorry. I realize we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Let's be off then.
Oh no, it's been sucked.
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Eorzea were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Yay.
Does it now? And here I was all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliac. I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting in shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that but one thing at a time.
All these cat jokes are very bigoted.
Got enough garlic, now I need peppers.
Cook that paint.
Oh, I'm making carne asada tacos.
Jeez. Damn it, Bon Bon. Ooh. The stone is wet.
In fact,
It's a wet
one
stone.
of your mail messages should be a carne asada taco.
Great. But I'm in Balmung, so it'll have to stay in storage for now. Ball storage. Grandpa Phoenix looks like jerky. Neon jerky.
I mean, it is a PS3 model.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Damn!
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events. Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing. As we stumbled from the wreckage, Our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Ascians. This Shadow Hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn.
Darn.
Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's Guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there
to
is
pronounce
much
things
I would tell
weird.
you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on! No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hien know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphino too.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
Oh no, don't mind crush us again, god damn it! Whenever we try to... Oh well, it is whenever we try to plan for the Empire.
Ahead looms a calamity. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates.
If you're gonna fucking mind crush us, can you be more specific?
You heard it too.
Bitch, I've been hearing
That's
it.
more specific than throw
Well,
wide the gates.
At least we're both still standing.
There's lots of gates in this game.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew.
You think Alize would be
Nothing we've tried
pooping
has brought us
herself
any closer to an
more
answer.
at
We'll keep working on it.
the fact that
But
they're
first,
fine?
we need to go and see Lord Hien.
Yeah. I am surprised she hasn't brought it up. Royal Menagerie attendant. Alright, BRB real quick. Just watch Torgal Pup. Oh, of course, his butt. Of course. I come back and the camera is still on Torglepup's butt. Why does it like butts? Howling butt pick. Good. Alright.
I was watching a very chaotic speed run.
Of what?
Symphony of the Night, Aria of Sorrow, and Portrait of Ruin.
Like all just in one sitting?
There's a program they're running that will, at random intervals, pause one and resume the other.
The fuck? I don't think
and
I
it's
like
not
that.
like in an order, so you don't know which one you're resuming.
That's... yeah.
Well, like, I think they went through, like, at least, like, 8 game shifts before they beat Dracula in Symphony of the Night.
Fuck.
And I mean, like, as Richter in the prologue.
Oh. That seems too rapid.
Yeah, like, well, I would have the thing allow for something like a within 1 minute swap. I would also allow it to just, you know, for the sake of chaos, let you go like a whole 45 minutes or something without a change, because that would be way more disorienting.
Yeah.
Not like you can't, like, just sort of game the system like, I feel a game swap coming on.
What if you beat one of them and then you have to wait for the game swap for like 15 minutes?
And the worst part is because this randomizer came out before Castlevania Dominus, they have to be doing the Dawn of Sorrow where you have to do the touchscreen sigils.
I remember...
And there's a good chance it could game swap during a sigil.
I was streaming that, but I had to have a mod to automatically do that shit.
Well, thankfully, they preserved the system in Dominus, where it's now like QTE buttons.
Good. Then if I ever resume that game, I'll just start over on that collection.
So there's been a lot of debate about that collection with what it is specifically, because there's evidence that it might not be emulation.
Like they rebuilt the games?
No, not like rebuilt, but there's evidence to suggest it's a port, or at least a partial port. Because, like, initial assumptions were, it's emulation, but there's, like, some programs modifying the game code in real time. But there's been further evidence to suggest there's more than that going on. Like, you can't just pluck the ROMs out of the game code.
Yeah, that's why, so nobody hacks it.
mean, the fact that there's like no input delay when you're like pressing buttons also suggests it's an actual port. You know, because like regardless how good an emulator is, you will feel some level of input delay. You know, because it's usually accepted if you have like something like 3 or 4 frames of input delay, that's like no big deal. But the fact that it's like so low that like not even speedrunners are tripping up from it is suggesting it's native ports.
This idle camera sucks. It's getting back shots of Grandpa. Grandpa back shots.
But like, I'm genuinely shocked to like, what's Konami doing where they actually like care?
Enough back shots.
Like, I'm so used to Konami either putting in the absolute bare minimum effort, or they'll find a way to grift off of it.
Well, I think they're starting to collapse, so they learn not to do that. Maybe, we'll see. Execs are out of touch and try this shit all the time. Because wasn't Nintendo talking about selling NFTs and shit? Pretty sure everyone was.
Nintendo was only addressing NFTs because shareholders were bringing them up.
Head to the burn!
It's like anytime they bring up F-Zero, it's because a shareholder brings it up. It's like, what about F-Zero?
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand. Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders. Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming.
Oh.
1,000
Go,
yards.
Digi, grow.
2,000. 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected.
Wow, the view is ruined.
4,000. 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
Oh, now it's back to being okay. So they'll just get fucked running into it. Hopefully. Leave that shit invisible. What? Try it, bitch.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
How's it rotten? This will be funny.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test our new wall for us.
Signal them to land. It'll be funny. Come here, guys. Right here. Eat shit.
Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
Get pooped on. Huh? Dante? Oh, what the fuck? Oh no! His soul's been sucked.
By the gods. It's Alphino.
He's been sucked. There's a barrier.
Let me go! He has my brother!
He also has a barrier in the way. Should have let her run into it.
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
No, not him too.
Just a little CP time, don't worry about it.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem. It is a day for fated reunions. Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light? I, Gaius van Baelsar.
I knew it!
The Black Wolf. That was the title I was given.
I just didn't realize that was his mask. I thought that was a Ascian mask. I also couldn't remember the name.
Down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Baelsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible. There's no way you could have survived.
Do you remember how it unfolded? How I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea? The Ascian used me, as he used so many others, all to further the restoration of his wretched god. Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment at least. A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians. The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge. My principal quarry was to be La Habrea, whom I gather you have since ushered onto oblivion. But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Are the Scions not of like mind?
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know.
It
Yet
did.
among the red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the source. The first was Lahabrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
We have files on Lahabrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us? As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light. Your many deeds in Heidelin's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets. It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence
I
of
just remembered Richard Epcar was the original
we
voice.
inspected the bodies of the rebels.
This is so much
and
better.
The lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention. They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours. Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
Put your fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch. Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature of one Zeno Galvas.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized.
They do love their clones.
And what should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus.
I should have guessed that was how they did it.
All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor? I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Dalamud, and I will fight for the future of my homeland. It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
I'm gonna still
saved my
fuck you
brother's
up.
life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
Let me kill him. It'll be funny. Damn it!
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods, even as I, In my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. An unexpected ally, to say the least. Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphinaud back in Dorma.
Why not put him with the other soul-sucked people? Well, I guess they're kind of spread out in general right now. A lot of cutscenes.
But yeah, I feel like Richard Epcar voicing Masked Gaius still works because he could always just argue it was a mask effect.
The guy they're using now feels like the guy they wanted Richard Epcar to sound like, but he's Richard Epcar and can only do that voice. There's a lot more subtlety and less anime sound.
I do kind of wish they, well, not kind of, I absolutely wish they'd go back and revoice A Realm Reborn.
Yeah. Didn't you say there was a dungeon soon?
You have another racism meeting, not a dungeon.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's gonna be an actual racism meeting. You have to parlay with Garlean.
So which Ascians have been killed so far? I remember La Habrea.
Nabriala's Eorzea.
Who's Eorzea?
In La Habrea.
Right. La Habrea and Eorzea are working together, right? Yeah.
Eorzea was the one fighting.
And Knob got jobbed by Moon Brita, didn't he?
And while Gaius has two red masks, we have no way of knowing if they're actually dead or if he just like took those as trophies from like killing whatever physical form they were taking.
That's what I was wondering. How is he? He might know their weakness, though.
In interviews, Yoshi P has suggested it's something you should think about. Oh, you saw this cutscene.
Our supplies of Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance. See that you do.
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention. A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
How very noble of you. Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing. A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect. Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence. Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
While you do what, precisely?
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
Masturbating furiously.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed. Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way. Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude. I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in Allagan cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of all the options available, you chose the Founding Father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus, like grandsire, like grandson, hey? If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise. You will be the capstone of this world, I the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
Racism time, or racism meeting time, not racism time.
But yeah, I do like how the the 4.4 and 4.5 are just, you know, escalation from the start of the patch. Where it's like, you're getting hints of Shadowbringers things, but they don't want you to have any clue where it's going yet.
They're cutscene hell! Yeah, they're better than, other thing. Mama.
I'm just collecting pepper.
Collecting what?
Pepper. Wait, why am I going all the way out here for pepper?
This bird was able to fuck up Bahamut.
Oh, okay, there's pepper here.
No.
I will have
No.
to find a use for all these tacos.
I went to the wrong thing again. Wait, what? Why didn't he teleport? How many yells are gonna be? Oh shit.
It'd probably be cheaper to... No, never mind. Like, I would have recommended hit return and then go to the box.
Yeah. Oh, cutscene time.
Right, I'll grab a drink before he races.
Oh.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Hien. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, were our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news,
It's good news because he's quiet now.
So, Alphino won't wake up. Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right?
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal. Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it. As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varys Zos Galvus would be attending.
The Emperor himself. Well, Varys did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
Do it.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
God, Lise, you know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it.
Why not? Just bring him. Put him on strings. Puppeteer
Very well.
him.
I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
What about me?
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire
Oh.
also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion. That's settled then. We don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand will make all the difference.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
Parlay with the Emperor. That's a lot of people.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance, on behalf of the Garlean Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you.
What?
As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlean could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
The fuck is up with his face?
Win me over with
Okay, he's Gmodding.
As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlean.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Your Radiance. I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. A 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise.
Yeah, so maybe the Empire will feel the same.
You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end.
I mean, they basically talk about peace, and then I go kill everything in the way of that.
Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people. There was a time when Garlean too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of ceruleum and the subsequent development of magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers? I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the Twelve's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
Burn.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
As Mistress Alize says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future. Emperor Varys, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
Damn. Do it. I don't want to talk to that thing. I mean, Nanamo. Great. Racism meeting part 2.
Now then, who would have the floor?
Why, it's your mama,
Before we
Steve!
resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affairs surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here
She's
can
got
understand
Wolverine
the
hair.
desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat icons pose to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Baron said to have been laid waste by icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
Uh-oh.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Finally, you ask the right question. I
Oh.
can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more. No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
What in Rulga's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of this star, of the source and its 13 reflections. At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother. You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds. I have heard this tale of the Source and its reflections before.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing.
He has a PNG head thing over his ear.
But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
What?
Yes. My grandsire, the former emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace? I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence.
This is a racism
Imagine
meeting.
A world united. One perfect race
Oh
beneath
God.
a single standard.
Oh no.
An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs. We would be the masters of our own fate. I bid you join me, not as subjects of Dalamud, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable, unconscionable.
Took us long enough.
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together that we might take fate into our own hands.
Into your hands, perhaps. But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler? The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation.
It is a racism meeting.
That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages. This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
That went well.
Yeah, I like how it's like, you can kind of see where he's coming from until he starts spouting all the perfect race nonsense.
Yeah. Wait a minute, so is it... You said there's a dungeon soon?
Yeah, you're just about to start the Gimlet Dark.
Okay.
Well, like, the whole meeting was just a stall for time until, like, Doma troops could show up.
Yeah. I might save that for later, because I'm starting to fade. So I don't rush through it.
Fine.
Yeah, because then I'll have it all ready to go. It's been about 4 hours.
Like, that and 4.55 you could probably get out of the way in like one stream maybe.
Yeah.
Because the main thing 4.55 has is a solo duty.
Well, probably start a bit sooner too. And then do a bunch of things. Let's see what the idle camera gets. Rub on!
And it decided not to go for his butt.
Yep, there's still a chance they could get a butt in. I don't know. Random dickhead who keeps getting ignored. Whenever Ian talks about, like, the leaders. I don't care. Well, fuck. There's Nanamo.